briefly describe the significance of this BBQ to the museum?
Well, this is our 5th year doing it, and it's an annual event, and it's a fundraiser. So the core of it is to bring in funds for the museum and do things like better upkeep, better educational programs, reaching out to the community more.
And describe the significance of cigars to you personally. What does a cigar mean? Does it mean elegance? Does it mean relaxation? What does it mean?
To me, a cigar means a good time. It does mean relaxing. I started smoking cigars when I was in high school in the garage at my family's house, and they were horrible. They were gas station cigars, Owls, I believe. I hope that Owls does not come sue me. But they were really awful, and then I was able to learn how to smoke a better cigar correctly, and it's always a good time, and it's relaxing.
What does a cigar offer that a cigarette doesn't?
They are not filled with the same artificial flavorings. They're not filled with artificial fillers. They're not filled with arsenic or other types of poison. A cigar, a good cigar, like the type that you want to pay for, is going to be simply good quality leaves, and any flavor that's going to be in it is from maybe a liquor infusion or a wine infusion, and that is where the flavor comes from. It's not going to be filled with something that's going to be really chemicals. Smoking a cigar on its own is, it's light and spicy at the same time, and sometimes it's paired with great food. I love to pair a cigar with wine and chocolate, but that's my preference. A lot of guys in particular, and women too, like to pair them with scotch or whiskey and go from there. A cigar should be lit with matches or a torch lighter. Some people say you shouldn't inhale while lighting it. It can tweak the flavor of the cigar, but if you have to do that, that's fine too. And you don't inhale into your lungs. That's a big mistake. People who often turn green when smoking a cigar, they say, oh, the first time I smoked was a really bad experience. They might have inhaled into their lungs. So it's a mouth experience. You really just taste the smoke and exhale. So that's it. There's no long action. You don't want that with a cigar.
Hey everybody, I am here with Arlene. She is the winner of the 5th annual Cigar BBQ's Long Ash competition. How are you, Arlene?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Explain exactly what the Long Ash competition is all about.
Well, basically they give you pick your cigar and they give you a time limit, and you have to smoke it down as far as you can without the ash breaking off, and the person with the longest ash still attached to their cigar at the end of the time wins.
And you won.
I did, by default, because everybody, when they went to stand up, their ashes fell and mine didn't.
Now, if you had to measure your ash in inches, how long would you say it was?
Before it broke off, it was almost 2 inches long.
And that's considered big in the ashland.
It's considered not bad. It's about a moderate level.
Yeah.
There was I've seen, my father actually had one that was almost 4 inches long. It was almost the whole length of his cigar, and it went the whole way down, and he was done smoking it, and it was still attached. Wow. Yeah.
So what kind of skills are required to have a long ash?
A very steady hand, because if you shake it at all, the ash will fall off. Mm-hmm. Really, it comes down to the type of cigar you have. If it's a cigar that's a very loose construction, it doesn't hold the ash well, so it will fall apart easier, as opposed to a cigar that's more tightly wrapped and tightly put together. It holds the ash better.
So that was the 5th annual Cigar BBQ, everybody. I'm Jon Francois here at the Tobacco Museum, and most notably here in front of a pond. What does ponds have to do with tobacco? I have no idea. Sometimes people like to throw tobacco into ponds. Sometimes you like to do that. Who cares? The point is, we had a great time today talking with some wonderful people about cigars, and I think I might smoke a cigar at some point. Maybe I'll find a cigar in that pond. Let's go.